and welcome to the Popish Plot. I'm Jessica. It's another episode of the Summer Book Club, and today's episode is on beating the clock. Now, the Summer Book Club is a group of Catholic YouTubers who are all reading the Handbook for Catholic Moms. So if you go down below, there'll be links to everyone else's episode that they did on Chapter 9. Now, Chapter 9 is called Beating the Clock. It's on personal productivity and time management. And it points out that it's not just on basic time management. It is about a Christian way at looking at time management. It points out things that time management should do according to a book called Time Management for Catholics, which includes help you to do God's will, maximize our potential for God's glory, and order and good time management is ordered toward eternal life. So first it does talk a lot about time management and the importance of having time management that isn't just all about what you do, but about spending time in prayer, spending time doing things that would help you grow in holiness, and so forth. And then it gets into a bit on actual how-to with time management, including different resources you can use, the importance of having, your family on board with whatever method you use. And then when you get to the end, it has web resources that includes blogs with helpful information on productivity, coaches on it. For the homework, it includes things like taking an inventory of how you spend your time, working on your calendars and your to-do lists, things like that. And it also has a fun section in which she talks about who might be the patron saint of productivity. She polled a group of her friends. Some suggested that the patron saints of clockmakers could be it. One said Saint Padre Pio because he can bilocate, which I was just having a discussion with a friend yesterday about bilocation, as he's like, there's so many things I want to do that happen to be at the same time. We will have church activities where theoretically we need to be on two ends of the campuses at the same time, or over at the church and then somewhere off church property. He's like, I really wish I could bilocate. But then I pointed out every single story I've heard about a saint who bilocated, in one case they weren't very active. Like the story of St. Nicholas, where he was at the Council of Nicaea, and he was also saving sailors who were shipwrecked. At the council, he was pretty much dozing. Padre Pio, there's many stories of someone, going and seeing him where he couldn't have been. But the interactions they have is minimal, so really don't think that the patron saint for productivity should be one who bilocates. Seems like it would be a good idea. In our discussion, he suggested that perhaps, someone like St. Isidore the farmer, who had an angel plowing his fields for him while he was going to church, because then he's getting work done in both places. And then the last person that she suggested for this, which is her choice, is St. Gianna Baratamola, because she was a wife, a mother, a doctor, and from all the stories I've read of her, very just active and doing things in life for as long as she could. So that's her personal choice, which makes sense, seeing as how this is a book series on mothers, and she is well known for being a mother. Unrelated to the book, I am going to suggest a podcast of one of my friends. Now, this is a non-religious podcast for groups like Apple, where you can either rate your podcast as G or adult. This goes into adult category. There's occasionally bad language or adult languages and conversations. Some of the adult conversations might be completely boring to kids, like talking about your taxes or getting yearly wellness checks. Some of it might not be exactly what you want your small children to hear, so I'm just letting you know. If you have small children, you want to listen to this with your headphones on or away from the kids. But anyway, I'm going to have links below along with all the people who are doing the Summer Book Club for his show. You probably, if you've been following the Popish Plot for a while, have already heard about it because Nate was on an episode. And on our Facebook and Twitter, we linked to that episode. So go ahead, go down below and look at all the ones. Because, of course, it's the one on productivity. His show is called Productivity Alchemy, and there you'll get a lot of useful, just non-religious, but for day-to-day, how to do your planners, different planners that they use. A lot of people have a few systems that you can buy for little cost. Some of them are actually free apps, and they can be used to arrange whatever you want. Like on the episode that Nate's on, he talks about an app that we use, and although it is just a basic app, between us, we have links to remind ourselves to pray, links to click for, because it's a game-based one, you get points, so go to church, visit the Adoration Chapel, reading, they all fall under there, so we can be like, alright, well, I read my religious book for the day, click. That's one that works for us, but there's lots of other ones. There's lots of examples in the book. There's lots of examples on my friend's podcast that I have the links to down below. As I'm not an expert in productivity and using different lists, as for a long time I just wrote things down on the back of the papers the kids gave me from school. I'll let all the other speakers and links help you if that's what you need. But anyway, until next time, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell next to it so you're notified when our next episode is. Go ahead and hit the like button, because if you watch our non-book club ones, you know Nate really likes it when you hit the like button, and it helps with YouTube analytical things that no one can understand. And until next time, live your faith, love your faith, share that love.